Hello, guys. What is going on? I didn't know how many seconds we were in here, and I was quiet. I'm wearing a wife beater. I'm about to leave for Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, to cover the NBA Summer League for the first time. We're waiting for the rest of the boys to join us. Right now, my life is very hectic as I have to do a lot. But thank you for joining us. It is July 5th, day after our country's birthday. And I think it's definitely going to be interesting how everything plays out as a whole. And I got so much equipment here because I'm in the middle of packing my recording equipment for when we're on the road. Here's my preamp. And we got so much that we're getting ready to do right now. These people are gonna laugh.
What's up?
I have a wife beater on.
Oh my god, he's bringing it back,
dude. Also, can I say this? This makes my shoulders look fucking huge.
No, I mean your shoulders still look super skinny, so I don't
skinny. I mean, I know I have broad shoulders for like a skinny guy. Like if I worked out, I could probably have big shoulders. But like,
I like how you clarified for a skinny guy, because I'm like, yeah, for a skinny guy you have big shoulders, but like,
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. For a skinny guy who's a fucking twig, if I actually worked out, I could easily get shit on like the muscle, the delts. Is it the delts?
The deltoids.
Yeah, the deltoids.
Yeah.
Because like I have a 6'4" wingspan.
Yeah, you have a big wingspan. Yeah, he's got the NBA body.
I low key like if I was a good enough guard, like I've always said this, I could have been like D3 or NIA backup, not even a starter, backup at NIA or like D3. But like I do have like a defensive guard's frame, like 6'1" with a 6'4" wingspan.
Yeah.
Okay. But I wore this up because I bought these wife beaters. You know,
I want one so badly now. I've always wanted a wife beater,
dude. They fit my body. Like, look how skinny I look.
Yeah, nice.
Like I fucking in skinny.
Yeah, you look like a twig. You look like a meth head, man. You gotta stop like taking meth, man. You gotta
Christian Bale in that.
I know. When I look like Edward Norton and
the Nazi movie.
Oh yeah, the Nazi movie. Fucking
American History X.
American History X. That's what it's called. Yes.
The Nazi movie.
The Nazi movie. Oh my god. But welcome to another episode, guys. And I bought this though because I'm going to the City of Sin. They have like really bad gang problems. So I thought, you know, if I get accepted into a gang,
get a neutral color.
Yeah, I was.
You just want to fit in.
Oh,
I see.
What happens if I cover the combine wearing this?
You should. You should. Fuck it, man.
I just go to the combine. I'm like, this is my wife beater. I'm just part. I'm part of the crowd. This is fashion. This is fashion. Thomas Perry's like bringing out the American History X references. Yeah, man. I'm Edward Norton. I'm a reformed neo-Nazi who's trying to prevent my younger brother from becoming a neo-Nazi himself, man. I've actually never seen the movie, but I reference American History X for so much for someone who's never seen the movie. I just know American History X is Edward Norton's. It's an artsy-fartsy film that's filmed in like 2004, black and white. He's a Nazi, a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, it's a black and white movie that came out fucking in the 2000s. What are we doing, man?
It's an artsy fart, and it's not like it's a low-budget movie. No, it's like a $15 million. No,
it's an artsy fartsy movie. They knew what they were doing when they made it. Shot it.
Like the only movie that makes sense to be in black and white that like I've only seen once, and like you really don't need to see it again. Like it's fucking sick. It's fucking sick.
Schindler's List?
The Schindler's List. I mean, it's not sick. It's not sick. It's cool, but it's like terrible.
Too, so it makes sense why it's in black and white because it's in
yes, that's the only movie.
Bro, they shot the end in color when they look at the gravesite. Where all of the family members went.
You know
to the
my
gravesite.
aunt.
That was in color.
You know one of my aunts who just died. Great aunts. They were interviewed by Spielberg because a bunch of the Holocaust survivors he interviewed were in Argentina. She's in the documentary. She didn't make it into the final cut, but he has a documentary where he interviews all the Holocaust survivors. And my aunt,
is she like one of those? Is she like a Schindler Jew? Yeah. Oh no, shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm like super Jewish.
You wouldn't have been alive if it wasn't for him.
She married into the family.
Oh, never mind.
She married into the family. She was a child too. She was like 5 when she went to college.
Okay.
She just died. Wild, though. She just died at 101, like 3 months ago. Actually, both of my great aunts both died at 101, 3 months apart. like in September and
that's kind
December.
of wild, man.
Yeah,
Schindler,
they're both Holocaust.
Jew.
Both of they're my dad's aunts. They're my dad's aunts, so they're my great aunts. They both died, 3 months apart. Both of them were in the Holocaust. One was was a Schindler Jew. The other one was held up, was able to escape through being smuggled through a horse carriage, like being shoved into the floorboards of a horse carriage.
Damn, that's actually wild.
Yeah. But so let's get right into today's NBA, and we have some.
I feel like we've been seen a lot of shit about the Holocaust recently. First, it was that Larry David episode about the museum, and now this.
That was a great episode last night.
That is a great episode. That was so fucking funny, dude.
You know what's the best part? The guy didn't even have a fence.
Yeah, the guy didn't even have a fence at the end, and he fucking fell in the pool. Where's the fence? Huh? Oh, that's a great fucking episode. Oh my god.
Did you finish the pilot?
What? Oh no, I didn't finish the pilot. I fucking there was 5 minutes left, and it was in the middle of the actual stand-up special, and I'm like, okay, I don't care to see.
No, he never gets to stand-ups. No, you.
He was in the audience. He was in the audience.
In the audience.
At the place.
He was at the place, and then he calls HBO, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm not doing this," and then just.
Well, he was talking to the crowd and telling jokes. I watched it.
Yeah, no, that's not the special.
No, I know it's part of the show, but I watched that part.
Yeah, that's not the special though. That's still him doing the
pilot.
No. That's him just doing the documentary where he's going to random clubs to practice. And you missed the final 5 minutes when Larry David gets to the fucking Hollywood to LA. He's about to go on stage. 5 minutes. He just called him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do it." It just hangs up. No, he lies and says his dad gets sick. It just cancels the whole thing. That's how it ends.
No, that episode about the Holocaust survivors, that was fucking great. That or the handicap chicks one.
That was funny. That was the handicap. All right, so those thumbnails, I got some guy from Ukraine to make me them, and then I edit them, but they're all in Ukrainian, so it's been taking me a second to decipher Ukrainian. But let's get right into today. The Magic have moved John Hammond, who's a year older than my father, 69 years old, and he is now moving to a senior advisory role. And Anthony Parker, who last played for the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2012, is
Knicks
the new general. Yeah, Knicks legend, 5-time Israeli MVP and champion, 2-time EuroLeague champion and MVP, or 4-time, one of the greatest EuroLeague players of all time. And he's now the general manager under John Weltman. And it's just some small housekeeping news. But what this basically means is John Hammond, unless a report comes out that he got Travis Schlecht, I don't think so. I think he's just 69 years old. And he's like, yeah, I just really don't want to do this every fucking day of my life anymore. I got grandkids.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Travis Schlenk thing where it's that was surprising.
He got ousted. He got
straight up ousted, moved to an advisory role because he wanted to spend time with his family, and then got removed from the advisory role a month later. That's not what happened here.
Because they stopped.
What we think is gonna happen here.
No, this is them just being him probably just going hey, I stuck around for the draft. I stuck around for free agency. We're going into training camp. I'm moving out.
Yeah, it's not it's not like Tony Wrestler where he gave his son more power in the fucking Hawks organization.
And his son wanted Landry Fields.
His son wanted Landry Fields to be the yes man
guy. GM. Yeah. We don't even know if Landry Fields is a yes man, but the whole situation makes it feel
the whole situation makes us feel like it is just because
I love Landry Fields. I'm pro Landry Fields.
Landry Fields is the next legend. Landry Fields.
What's your thoughts right here, Jackson? Again, we're not spending much time on this. What do you think of the move? Do you think we're not we should be reading more into this, or do you think it's just what we're saying that it's just moving on, old guy?
Yeah,
Dwayne Casey.
I mean, they're gonna trade for Cat. No, obviously. But yeah.
If we traded for Cat, that would just throw our whole direction that we were building into a whirlwind. The one guy that actually makes sense if we traded for would be Pascal Siakam, because he kind of works with what we're trying to build there here, which is
the most promising of all of your teams is the Magic.
By far.
Who would have thought that shit 4 years ago, man? What the fuck?
I mean, yes and no, because it depends on, obviously.
It's
we're not talking about the Wizards. We're not talking about the Wizards. Yes, we have Paulo. But one might argue that Anthony Edwards' ceiling is higher than Paulo Banchero's.
Yeah, but who do you trust to build a team around their star more right now? Who do you trust?
I mean, we'll see in a year once Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lore take over and get majority control this coming December.
I guess if you
Glenn Taylor still has his finger in everything. Everything still has to be approved by Glenn Taylor.
Eventually, KG will get his jersey retired too.
That's so like for me with the Timberwolves, nothing that has happened yet. I say this isn't like small things is A-Rod, but like once A-Rod and them take over, that's when I start, doubting my Timberwolves. But yes, I think the Magic are really great. I mean, the Timberwolves can really correct the ship if they can get rid of,
like Glenn Taylor were to just like leave tomorrow instead of waiting until December.
If we correct, like I believe in Chris Finch. I think, no offense to Jamal Mosley, who I think is a good coach. I think Chris Finch is a better coach.
I mean, I think they're about the same right now. I don't think anyone has really proven themselves to be better than the other.
Chris Finch has multiple playoff appearances.
Chris Finch has been given a significantly better roster.
Yes, but also
significantly better.
Chris Finch has had like 3 different rosters
but he has had
every season he has coached.
And he has way more talent at every year.
Oh yes, but every year
by far too.
He's had the whole roster changed.
But he's been able to keep a few core guys.
Yeah.
He still has Anthony Edwards, he still had Cat, and you also got to think he's had a way better roster. He's had more support than fucking Jamal Mosley in terms of them going out and getting stars. Jamal Mosley's had support, but they were just a rebuilding team for the last few years.
No, I agree.
So I don't know who's better because they've basically done what I expected them to do given their teams that they had. So I can't really say who's better.
Jackson. Yeah. I know you love this man. Bull got waived.
Sad. Yeah.
We heard that we heard the Suns and the Mavericks actually tried acquiring Bull on the night of the NBA draft. The Suns have bowed out on attempting to sign Bull because I think they've exhausted their veteran minimums, so they can't actually sign anyone else to a veteran minimum. I think they can only sign guys to rookie minimums or like young player minimums. And the Dallas Mavericks are the other team, and this is where I kind of wanted to bring up. I think the Dallas Mavericks are perfect for Bull's unorthodox style, where he's like this wing tweener who can kind of play power forward, but thrives on the outside by the perimeter on defense and on offense. And he can kind of put the ball on the deck. But my idea is, holy crap, with Luka and Kyrie, you have those guys get the ball, the kickoff of transition, tell Bull to run full speed like he's a gunner on a punt return. And you literally, I think Bull just pairs unorthodox style is like a perfect pairing with Kyrie and Luka, as they can utilize him, especially in the open court. And then Jason Kidd, who's a great defensive coach, even though like this past year, they weren't a great defensive team. I think Bull would be utilized really well with Derek Lively, Rashawn Holmes. He could probably replace JaVale McGee if you wanted to move off of that contract by stretching and waiving it or outright waiving it. But I think Bull fits. What do you guys think?
It's like Jason Kidd is a good defensive coach. Like, it's not Jason Kidd's fault that Kyrie Irving and Luka can't play defense.
Also, his whole staff got gutted. People don't realize past 2 days they've been hiring coaches. And the past whole offseason, they've been rebuilding Jason Kidd's staff because people don't realize before last season, I think Igor left, who was their offensive coordinator. Yeah. Two guys also left. Like, they lost like 3 assistant coaches who were core to Kidd's staff.
Ever since Silas left.
Well,
ever since our boy. Ever since our boy.
What's going on in Dallas?
Steven
Silas a genius? Somebody should hire him.
What's going on in Dallas, huh?
If Steven Silas is a genius, then the fucking Detroit Pistons will have the #1 offense this coming year.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or at
Steven
least
Silas,
5,
coaching genius, man.
I actually love him in Detroit.
You saw those lockout Bobcats. You saw how good they were.
But realistically, do you guys see Bull going to the Mavericks? And what would you pay him? What's the max you would give him?
He's not really going to play a big role for the Dallas team. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say he's probably not going to play a big role for them.
Do you think they sign him?
Back to...
Maybe, but they're not. You shouldn't pay him much, man.
I'd say give him a 1+1.
Wow.
What?
He did play 70 games last year.
Yeah, but his season was of 2 halves. Watch the pre-All-Star and then watch
Oh yeah, he was a must-add in fantasy basketball. The dude was dropping statistics night in and night out.
There was the all right. Listen,
then he fell off a fucking cliff in the second half of the season.
You guys ready? I actually searched this up. Bol was only good for the first 37 games.
Can you tell me what he shot from downtown in those?
What are his splits?
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's see your splits.
All right, 2022, one thing. All right.
Go to Basketball Reference and look at his game.
I'm on StatMuse.
Oh.
All right, right here. You guys ready? Bol in the first 37 games of this past year, he averaged 12 points, 7.1 rebounds, 1.6 blocks. He shot 58.8% from the field on 8.5 attempts a game. He shot 2 threes a night at 38.8%.
Wow.
Yep. And he averaged 1.5.
26% from downtown on the season, and he shot 38.8 in the first half.
Yeah.
First 37
in the second half, like
26.
But
so
his season average was 26.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Because he took more. He only took like. Oh. So do you want to know how actually bad it was?
Yeah, I want to know his second half.
So for the last 33 games of the season, his 3-point percentage, what do you think it was?
17.
20.
No. It's 0.87.
So
I'm about to throw up.
8.7%?
0.87, bro.
So 1%, he shot less than 1%
Yes.
from downtown.
0.87.
I'm pretty sure though Bol got hurt. Bol got hurt.
What?
Like he played these 37 games and then he got hurt. Because Bol in the first 37 games looked like he had put it together. Like he was averaging 12.7 rebounds. And I think also like
that's
2 assists.
Bad. Oh, that is bad. That is awful. He just fell apart in the second half of the season, dude. Holy shit. He made the last 33 games. He like in total, how many threes did he make? He made 3 3-pointers in the last 33 games of the season.
Bro, do you want to know? Okay, yeah, this is basically your statistic.
He made 4 3-pointers.
He made 4 threes. Basically, what I was wondering was post All-Star break, and it's what you said. In 16 games, he shot 6.7% from downtown.
That is bad. That is awful.
He shot 0% in the month of January. He didn't make a single 3 in the month of January. He made 4 threes after January in 20.
So when we look at this, which Bol do we believe though? There was a larger sample size of him being this 12, 7, and 2 guy and 1.6.
I mean, it's literally about the same sample size. It's about the same. It's like 30 games. He basically played about 35 games each half, and he just completely fucking fell apart, man. Holy shit.
But isn't this such a good start to the year, though?
Yes, it's a good start to the year. And then the second half of the season is what the actual fuck is going on? This guy can't hit the broadside.
I think he just lost his confidence.
He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat in the second half of the year. Oh my God, dude. 4 threes in the last 3 months of the last 4 months of the season. What am I saying?
He had 1 3 a month.
Yeah, 1 3 a month. He didn't make a single 3 in the month of January. Or March. He went January and March without making a single 3. He made 1 in April and he made 3 in February. Oh my God.
I'd probably go with Christian Wood over Bol. I'd probably bring back.
I think that's what I would do too.
Wow. Blasphemy.
Dude, what do you mean blasphemy? Did you see how bad those stats were in the second half of the year?
I don't think you could have worse stats.
You literally couldn't shoot worse from 3 if you tried.
Let's stay on the Dallas Mavericks.
Mid-level exception. They'd like to get a big wing defender. There's a couple of restricted free agents to keep an eye on. Matisse Thybulle with the Portland Trailblazers, Grant Williams with the Boston Celtics. Like I said, though, those guys are restricted free agents.
Ooh, what a block.
Maverick standpoint is, should they sign them to an offer sheet, their teams could exercise their rights to match that offer. Mid-level exception.
Thanks for coming on, Jeff.
All right, Evan Siddery put out this tweet that per ESPN's Tim McMahon, Grant Williams and Matisse Thybulle are both restricted free agents. And I made a video yesterday about Grant Williams. The fact that Dillon Brooks got 20 a year means Grant Williams getting 16 to 18 million a year.
Yeah, and the Celtics probably aren't going to. Celtics probably won't match.
That's what I agree.
Yeah, so the Mavs pay him 16 to 18 million. I mean, I guess. I mean, he's better than Bobo, but
I say give him a 3-year deal with the third year being a player option.
Oh yeah, I would do
Yeah.
everything in my power to sign Grant Williams.
3 years, $45 million. Third year is a player option.
it's not a bad deal for the Dallas Mavericks.
45 million, 15 a year.
Not
don't
the
think
best
that-
deal for Grant. Grant would probably want to get more, and Grant probably would not. Grant would probably want more.
Yeah,
And
no,
we'll
I
take the
agree.
Luka discount.
Grant wants Dylan Brooks money. Grant's a better 3-point shooter than Dylan Brooks. He was like a 40% shooter last year. Or was it
Yeah,
2 years
he's
ago that he
just-
was 40% 3-point shooter? Like
Is
it was 2 years ago or last year where he was like a 40% shooter from three.
Am I supposed
Wise,
to?
is he as good as Dylan Brooks defensively?
Should
What
I
was that?
reach out to this guy?
And what about
Look,
what?
he has in his thing credentialed NBA reporter for hire. Should I put that on my Twitter? Because I am a credentialed NBA reporter.
I guess.
Probably not
Yeah,
a bad
yeah,
route.
you could do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just
Pin a
noticed that.
tweet. Maybe tweet it and pin it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna, because I'm gonna post stuff from the combine. I mean, like I did from the combine, like little like reels that did really well on Twitter.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
post it on Twitter and then like put in your bio.
Yeah, I was gonna put in my bio NBA credentialed reporter. Yeah, but either way, Grant Williams. I think if they miss out or if Grant Williams is too expensive for the Mavericks, they could pivot to Matisse Thybulle. I'm just surprised
Yeah.
more teams didn't go out for Matisse Thybulle. First off, this guy was a 40% 3-point shooter in college, okay, on like 5 attempts a night. And then Matisse Thybulle, his first season wasn't bad, but this past year, and then he kind of like got scared to shoot threes. But this past year, in 22 games with the Trailblazers, he averaged 7.5 points, career high, 44% from the field, 38.8% from three, 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, almost 2 steals a night. 2 fucking steals a night, okay? And he was averaging, 4 threes a night, career high at 38%. 4 threes a night, hitting 1.5 of them. Like
that's a good sample size, man. That's good.
why if Boston, hey, let Grant Williams leave. Call up Matisse Thybulle right now and give him a fucking deal. So many teams should be giving Matisse a deal. I thought personally.
Yeah. Go to Golden State.
Yeah, another great. Yeah, Golden State would be fucking great, Jackson. I just
Go
thought
to an
Matisse
LA team.
or an LA team, Clippers would be great. Lakers would be great.
Clippers would be fucking great.
But my thought was like, I understand where people were like, Cam Reddish actually put up the okay stats with the Trailblazers, but I understand that there still was a hesitancy in believing that Cam Reddish could build upon that. But I thought Matisse Thybulle actually showed like he's a better player than he was. Doc Rivers had put him in a box in Philadelphia, and he showed in Portland.
He could be better than what he was, and if he had like less limitations as a ball player.
Yeah, and this is a guy who's actually a willing 3-point shooter, because in Philadelphia, we'd all gone under the assumption that, oh, he's not a willing 3-point shooter. He's scared. No, he goes to fucking Portland and he's shooting almost 5 a night.
As long as he shoots, like even if he's not like 38% might be a little more than what you would expect from him, but even if he shoots like 34 or 35, you'll take that with his defense. If he can make 1 3 a night and like a 35% clip and plays the defense that he does, why the fuck would you not be jumping over your feet to sign him? Like,
he's a guy that you could easily get on a cheap deal right now.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 threes a night makes 33%.
Contending teams.
I actually like that pivot for Dallas because Matisse would be way cheaper than Grant Williams, and then you can fill out the rest of your bench. So
And you don't have,
it's just Grant Williams is a little bit more.
but you know what Grant Williams doesn't have that Matisse Thybulle has? All defensive team member on his resume.
Yeah,
That's where the money goes.
yeah.
Matisse Thybulle's been an all defensive team member.
Yeah.
Matisse Thybulle has over Grant Williams?
Yes, Matisse
Oh,
Thybulle in his
shit.
second
Matisse
or
Thybulle
third
was
season.
he was third. He was a third. He was a third team. I'm pretty sure.
Second team.
Right?
Second team.
You sure it wasn't third? I could have sworn.
There's no
he was
such
third.
thing as a
Is
third defensive team. Sorry.
Wait, hold on.
He was older. He was 2 times. 2-time.
Back-to-back years.
Damn.
Back-to-back years. Back-to-back years.
How many minutes was he playing? That's crazy.
The disrespect to Matisse Thybulle needs to be.
That's actually insane. That's disrespectful.
I'd sign this.
That's disrespectful.
There's probably 10 teams that would.
Dude, he made
should
back-to-back
sign him
all-defensive
today.
teams twice.
That's
He did that
crazy.
twice with the Sixers. Wow.
I told yeah.
Two
Blew your
times?
minds. I thought
That
it was
blew my
once. I
mind.
thought it was once.
No,
but
it was twice.
two
man.
times. That
It was
reinforces my
twice.
arguments.
He started 50 games the second year that he did it.
Wow.
He started
What up,
50 games.
McSeason? McSeason said what up to us.
He started 50 fucking games the second year that he made all defensive team. Why is
So-
nobody signing this guy?
So the way you become a credentialed NBA reporter is you
Put it on your Twitter.
I'm gonna put it on my Twitter, but I'll just show you guys real quick. So this is like the Media Central. I have access to this, and then basically down here's the credential information, and I have a credential portal, so I get credentials to NBA events. But this is basically like the NBA. So like if I wanted, I can get the key deal points of the NBA's recent collective bargaining agreement, or like how I did, I sent it to Luke to read, which he probably hasn't. This is the entire.
Fuck, that's like 400 pages, man. I haven't gotten
600.
around to that.
It's 676.
600, my bad. I haven't gotten around to that. I'm probably gonna skip ahead to like the important parts. Oh my god!
So you begin basically the way you become an NBA credentialed reporter is you work for a media company and then you apply or you run your own media company. I applied when I was with my media company. I don't work for them anymore, but I still get credentials. So
I feel like
Shout
a
out.
Locked On
Shout out!
would hire you.
who?
Locked On.
Oh, Locked On.
I feel like they just have a ton of spots. I imagine. Jesus.
Look at this. Look at this bruise.
I thought you were saying, look at this muscle.
This is my guns. Got nothing.
Oh man!
I'm like not jacked whatsoever. The only thing I have of definition is like somewhat of a six pack, but like,
Nice.
yeah.
I'd take a 6-pack.
You
Do I
got
get
you
paid?
got you've got the
Like-
skinny 6-pack, Cyro.
I have a
six
skin.
pack that shows that you don't eat.
Yeah, well, no, but I do crunk out like 100 crunches a day. But like, what do you call it? Yeah, no, like I do have skinny abs. I have like not like freakishly like weird like Frankie. I'm not like Frankie, which is like one of our Jewish friends who's literally the definition of skinny abs. I have like
Yeah.
skinny abs where like I just don't like I probably naturally have 10% body fat. Like so
you're
it's
just like you're just lucky.
Pretty
Yeah,
good problem.
yeah, it's because I'm an ectomorph. Also, I'm
Which means
fully
you're not
convinced
human.
I stunted my growth. I stunted my growth like when I was younger by smoking pot because I have 6'4". I have a 6'4" wingspan. I wear size 13 shoes, and my torso is long and my legs are long. Typically, you only have a long torso and short legs, or long legs and a short torso. I have both a long torso and long legs at a 6'1" frame. I think I was supposed to be 6'4", but because of something, I stunted my growth plates, and I'm just at 6'1" because my feet. I've never met someone who's 6'1" with size 13 feet. Everyone who's size 13 is like 6'4". Okay.
Yeah,
And,
I've never met anyone who's my height that is size 10 feet. I have size 10 feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Massive. I have massive feet for how short I am.
He's
It's
like
fucking
5'9".
Nuts. No, I'm not 5'9". I'm like 5'7", bro. I have
Oh,
fucking size
yeah,
10
yeah.
feet.
5'7". Wow.
I'm 5'7",
Yeah, dude, I look
have size 10.
massive. I look massive next to like a Luke.
I'm 5'7". I have size
Wow.
10 feet. I don't know how I have such fucking big feet for my size. It's kind of wild because
Yes.
everybody else was like around my height. Like Paulo's like an inch taller than me, and he's like size 8.5. And I'm like, what the fuck? How am
I've met like NBA players or like football players or like college basketball, and they're like 6'5", 6'6". I'm like, oh, what shoe you wear? They're like 13. I'm like, I wear
Bro, dude, like Paul George, I'm pretty sure is the same size feet as me.
Paul George.
Paul George is like 11s, I think. He's like slightly taller than me. Paul George is
11.
tiny feet.
Yeah, I have massive hands. Like my carry
Do you know how to see if you have AIDS?
yeah.
Put your hand up to your face real quick.
What's it called? His roommate carries like 6'4", or maybe 6'5" almost, and my hands are the same as size as his.
Nice.
Paul George wears 13s at 6'10".
Yeah,
wow.
I'm fucking
Dame-
6'1".
Dame
I'm
is-
6'1" with 13s.
Yeah, Dame has size 16s. Dame is massive
What?
feet. Holy shit.
What size?
Dame has size 16 feet. Dame
At
is
6'1". Dame is
Yeah,
my
well-
height.
Russell Westbrook is 15s. Okay, that's actually massive.
That's another thing is also at the combine, I realized that I'm like one of the taller reporters.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was like way taller, and like I'd say every guard I was either the same height or the guards were shorter than me. Like
Dude,
Kwame
Taj
Smith.
Gibson. You have the same size feet as Taj Gibson. That's nuts.
I have like pretty big feet. Like I know
Yeah.
like
So
like,
I'm
obviously,
saying
Damian Lillard beats
Paul
me.
George is a size 12 is what I'm seeing on here.
Yeah.
So Paul George is a 12 or a 13. That's fucking
I'll
tight.
admit my basketball shoes, I wear 12, but that's because of personal preference. I like a tighter shoe when I play basketball and do athletics. I don't
see,
like
I would
having,
I'm like KD. I wear a looser shoe, so I'd wear.
I
10
fucking
and a half.
hate that. I get blisters. If I wear a looser basketball shoes.
I
get
need
blisters.
to be comfortable when I move around. So
if it's I need that shit to be a glove.
If it's too tight, I can't move around in it. My feet need to breathe. So I'm like KD. I wear like half a size bigger.
Never had a
KD is like a full size bigger.
I know
10
that.
and a half instead of 10s.
What are you, Jackson?
I'm an 11.
You're an 11. You're 5'10" though, right?
I'm 5'8" and a half.
Damn, you and Luke at the same height?
I'm tiny. I'm 5'9"
tiny
with
boys.
shoes as well.
So when we meet, I'm just gonna look like fucking like a center next to you.
You're gonna
guys.
tower over.
Yeah,
us,
I need to get some abs before I see you.
I need you're gonna
something.
tower over us.
I felt like when I met Mike Virkanov at the combine, I felt like he was also kind of surprised what I meant because I was looking down at him when I was talking to him because he was like 5'9". I was like kind of like looking down.
But it's like you're not like that tall though.
I'm not that tall.
You're
but
average
like
height.
No, average height I found it is 5'9".
It's 5'10". It's 5'10". You're 6 foot. Yeah, average height.
No,
like
world height. American height is 5'10". World is 5'9.5".
Oh, so like basically the same.
Americans are just taller, but yeah,
it's like basically the same thing though.
Yeah, but
we're just better.
What the fuck?
No,
hold on.
My pronouns are USA, by the way.
What's up, Luke? Earl Boykins had a size 14.
Earl Boykins, like
that's
from
what
Maryland?
This says. Like 5'5", like the Nuggets guy. Remember the super short dude? Apparently he has a size 14.
Okay.
Like I tried. Oh, we're done with feet size. I was fascinated. I was fascinated that Earl Boykins had that big feet.
So
now let's just pivot to players' feet.
So guess what?
Share the screen.
No naturalized players will be on the Spanish World Cup team this year. But guess who's replacing Lorenzo Brown? Because Lorenzo Brown is not playing this past year due to health reasons. Sergio Llull's still on the team. Santi Aldama's on the team. Rudy Fernandez is on the team. Usman Garuba's on the team.
Mirotic is gone. Damn.
Mirotic is gone. Well, no, Mirotic. This is fucking Spain. Mirotic plays for Montenegro.
Mirotic plays for the Spanish national team. He's played for them before.
Wait, what? Really?
Yes. Did you not know that?
No.
Mirotic just played for the Spanish national team.
All right. Well, the whole thing is Ricky Rubio's playing for them.
Yeah, Ricky Rubio's back.
Ricky Rubio's back. The whole purpose I'm getting with this is Ricky Rubio is back, and this is big news. The fact that Ricky Rubio is coming back because last year he came back from the ACL injury and he looked really rusty. And supposedly the Cavaliers like begged Rubio to play with the Spanish national team this year. And even though it's kind of counterintuitive, I bet, because he spent so much time in Spain that he's been doing a bunch of radio interviews saying that, like, I want to come back to play for Barcelona, basically, and retire here. Like, he's, like, kind of done with the NBA. And I think this will be his last NBA season. But they wanted to play with the Spaniard national team because they're like, dude, we need you to get rips. We need you to come in the best shape, like, feeling the best. Like, we don't even care if it, like, goes into late in the season and you're sore like Rudy Gobert was. But, like, just fucking.
You're our backup. We just need you to be ready.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they want. And so, like, I can't really blame them.
No, I agree. And
who's in their group? Iran, Ivory Coast, and Brazil.
Yeah. They're gonna fucking dick that down.
Yeah, they're gonna dick that group down. It's gonna be pretty bad.
Like people don't realize the top four nations at this point in basketball, no particular order. Obviously, USA is one, but Argentina, Spain, and France.
When does this go down?
World Cup, any international basketball like events typically go on between August and September because they try to knock it out right before, like, the finals are usually end of September, beginning of October, so guys are able to make it back for training camp, and they still get like a ramp up period.
Yeah.
So like August is when they'll start, because I'm pretty sure Danilo Gallinari blew out his knee late August, early September, playing Eurobasket.
Wow.
This year it's FIBA World Cup. What up, QWERTY? What do you miss? We talked about shoe size. We talked about the Dallas Mavericks, Matisse Thybulle. Why do I look like a homeless DJ? We're
You always
trying
looks
out
like
the
a
wife
homeless
beater.
DJ.
Trying out the wife beater. Also, like, I have like tiny pecs, so like it's like kind of weird because it looks like I have like tits.
Yeah, you got little baby man tits.
I don't though. It's just pecs. I have pecs because I do a shit ton of push-ups.
Yeah, man tits.
Like see,
That's what your pecs are, man. They're your baby man tits.
but no, just because I rack out push-ups
Yeah, because you got man tits. It's all right, man.
because I believe in calisthenics.
Because you're homeless and you don't have a gym.
I believe in calisthenics. You're gonna be that guy in Florida, aren't you? Doing fucking calisthenics at the park.
Yeah,
That's gonna be you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the shirtless guy or the wife beater guy doing calisthenics at the fucking park.
That's
That
what
is
I did
gonna
in
be you.
Maryland. I would go
You're
to
just
the
gonna be.
park.
You're just gonna be doing dips. on the
Yes, I
fucking-
was doing
on the-
dips. I was at
on
the park by my dad's house. There's a park, and they have the basketball
You are that
court.
guy.
The
Oh
basketball
my
court is
God.
right next to the park equipment. So I would go and I would do my dips.
oh
then,
my God!
I would do
I
my
was
dips.
right.
I would. I actually don't have big nipples. I have tiny ass nipples.
Oh, those
Okay.
are tiny nipples.
My nipples are fucking
See,
tiny.
now this is the quality content that you don't get on any other NBA broadcast, guys.
For
This
our
is why you
audio
come here.
listeners, Cyro just whipped out his nipples.
Yeah, I got like tiny nipples. They're like
You don't
less
see
than
Woj
half an
doing
inch.
that. You don't see Woj doing that. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, no, I rack out like my
We don't
push-ups,
see
my
Wendy
dips.
showing us his tits.
um,
Only Cyro.
And the thing is also before I start playing basketball, I do suicides
Why?
to work on my explosiveness.
But like you're playing basketball.
Yeah, so cardio before, so I do.
But you just did
to
your
warm
dips
up.
and your calisthenics before.
Yeah, and then I do
All right, man.
4 things of suicides, and then I play basketball for 2 hours.
Fuck suicides, bro. I haven't ran one of them shit since practice. Why the fuck
I
would
love
wanna do
suicides,
that?
bro.
The
I love
fuck
suicides.
would I
It's so
do
funny
that?
because when I get to my last line and I do the full, dude, I almost pulled my hammy doing it at my dad's basketball court because it's a short court, and I ran full speed, but I didn't give myself enough rundown, like slow down time, and I just fucking stopped it. And for like the rest of the day, I was like, oh, my left hammy was just tight. I'm sorry for being athletic. All right. So I'm such an asshole.
That was good. That was good. That was a good segment. I'm glad we talked about that.
All right. So we got to hear some news about Marcus Morris and Norman Powell, as they are 2 guys who are expected to be moved rather soon. And that is because the Los Angeles Clippers are looking to move them in potential deals. We know that there's supposedly a Brogdon deal that's being reignited between the Celtics and Clippers. I assume the Clippers just want to give up less compensation for him. And
They just didn't want to give him a pick.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to give him a first-round pick. I mean, you can't really blame them.
You can't blame
Had
them.
injury problems.
James Harden is still rumored, but we just saw James Harden with Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid at Mark Rubin's 4th of July party, and he posted it on Instagram. And the Sixers put out a report saying that they very much would love to have James Harden here, but James Harden's still very much unhappy with the Sixers' approach, and that they basically told him that, like, we'll re-sign you, but to a short deal. Like, you're not our future. Like,
It's crazy because Philly has one of the best rosters in the NBA, and apparently James Harden was so adamant.
Best
about
rosters in the
firing
NBA. Yeah,
him.
Danny House really took them far.
They have one of the best
Harden
rosters in the NBA.
They have
and,
the reigning MVP on their team.
and they,
Oh yeah, the guy who complained his way to an MVP.
and we wanted,
Still averaged 30 a game. Still won the MVP.
and Harden wants Doc fired. Doc gets fired, and they hire a world-class head coach. And I don't know. What
He
he's
just
not
doesn't want to
thrilled
be in
with.
Philly. It's not because of the team. He just doesn't want to be in Philly at this point.
Who wants to be in Philly?
Exactly.
You got highways falling down.
Who the fuck
From
wants
It's
to be
Always
there?
Sunny. Philly seems like I live in Philly from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
That's like the worst part of Philly is the entire
Like South
show.
Philly.
Oh.
Now, on a real note, what you
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
think?
if you could get a haul for those 2 guys, Marcus Morris and Norman Powell, if you can get like a Russ type of haul, hell yeah.
They probably.
Morris.
I don't know
was-
what type of haul they would get for them though.
Yeah, Morris was so freaking bad. Norman Powell probably should have won Sixth Man of the Year.
His campaign started late. That's why.
Yeah, so
He
Powell
was good though. Marcus
Yeah.
Morris though. Fuck.
I think Powell had the
Marcus
most-
Morris wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
He
but
was
tanked
at the end of the
value.
season. He
At the
tanked
end of the
value
season, yes.
hard. He tanked
They,
his value
um,
hard.
I think Norman Powell had the most double-digit or the most 20-point games as a bench player last year.
Dude, Norman
so-
Powell's going off.
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean the Raptors, I think, should take him. Make a call.
So yeah, no, I think that's definitely interesting. And we also, if we want to switch over to some Raptors news, we just heard why Fred VanVleet left. Sources have told Mike Range, and we know Pascal Siakam could be traded soon, that the Raptors veterans, Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam especially, were deeply frustrated with the younger players on the roster. And Fred VanVleet let them know about it, something the younger players did not appreciate at all. Nick Nurse wasn't able to bridge the divide in the locker room between key players continuing getting hurt, and open three after open three drew only iron. That's a weird phrasing.
It
I will
is so
say.
weird.
That just means that the Raptors that just means that the Raptors young guys just kept bricking open threes, and Fred VanVleet and Siakam were pissed.
Which they did exactly.
Which
What
they
young
did the
guys is
same
he talking about
thing.
other than Scotty Barnes and Delano Banton? They didn't have
Christian
They don't have
Coloco,
some
because
young
they're probably
guys.
pissed that
Yeah.
they started Christian Coloco at center for like the first 20 games, it felt like.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
didn't
well,
work.
Siakam was hurt,
Yeah.
so
Dude, Van Stripe made me laugh. He goes, "So you went to an even younger team?" Shaking my head, Fred. That is, I didn't even think about that. That is so good. He did. Fred VanVleet, you're basically saying I was fucking pissed with the Raptors young guys. Fuck.
So
those
he
young
goes
dudes.
to an even more young team that is even more inefficient than the Raptors.
Wow, dude, that is so true. Damn.
the Rockets look good, man.
That's funny.
We look pretty good.
Hey
Ime
man,
Udoka, I'm sure was a big
that
reason.
money makes you do that money makes you do weird things, man.
I think Pascal Siakam's going to get traded, and the reason why is OG Anunoby keeps saying he wants more offensive opportunity. And I'm sorry, if you truly want Scotty Barnes to become the guy that you thought he could become, that we don't know if he can become that guy, you can't have Pascal Siakam there, because Pascal and Scotty play the same position, and they
Wow.
take the ball out of each other's hands.
So you're saying the Raptors should trade Pascal?
Yeah, like
I mean, like they could get some value. They could get good value for him.
they could get really good value for him.
Yeah, it's Pascal, man.
Like, I bet you could convince the Orlando Magic, like, to give you like a pick with Jonathan Isaac and Gary Harris and maybe Cole Anthony for Pascal Siakam.
It's so bad. This is an all NBA player.
All right, 2 first-round picks. You get yourself a shooting guard and Gary Harris. You get a reclamation
If the
project.
Raptors trade Siakam, though, they're gonna be terrible.
I don't know if terrible.
They'll be
they're-
bad.
I think they will be. If they trade Siakam, it's the sign that they're blowing it up.
Siakam's
don't know.
their whole half-court offense without
OG
Fred.
and I know, but that's, you believe Scotty can replace that, is the belief if you trade
Yeah,
him.
the
Yeah,
whole point
man.
is that they got to if they trade Siakam, they're rebuilding around Scotty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and OG. And 'cause-
OG might be gone too, though.
OG might be gone too, man. I mean, I think if they got a trade offer, they couldn't deny.
Yeah,
But
OG
at the
might be
same
gone, too.
time, I think OG without Siakam would have a Mikal Bridges year, because he
So-
was averaging around 25. when
Exactly. You
Siakam
took the
was
words out
out.
of my mouth. I have multiple videos on my channel where for the last 3 years, I said this was going to be the year that OG Anunoby joined Paul George and all those guys as like premier two-way threats, being like 20-point scorers and the best perimeter defender.
Yeah.
And he has become that defensively, but he hasn't become that offensively, not because he doesn't want to, but it's because he doesn't get the touches. Now, we got Thomas Perry agrees with me, just need the right trade. But Karam brings up that this is something I have heard. There is rumors of a Pascal Siakam for DeJounte Murray trade going on. And the way that this trade works out is, I'll bring it right up here, and we'll do it on Fanspo. And with this deal, all right, the way that it works is, sorry, for some reason the Bucks came on. You got yourself a guy like here, I personally think for Pascal Siakam, you would have to trade DeAndre Hunter and DeJounte Murray in this deal. And then we'll say they give them 1 first-round pick down the road, okay, from 2029 unprotected, and then throw them 2 second-round picks, 1 from next year from Miami and another from the Clippers in 2027, okay? And you have them send you – right now you're sending in $38 million and 3 picks to the Raptors. Raptors have right here Pascal Siakam. You do this trade straight up, and it works. And this trade, if we just zoom out to show everyone, this trade, the way it works is the Hawks actually save about $400,000, and they actually get better offensively and defensively and improve by 1 win share. The Raptors would lose 1 win share and basically not get better, but they get themselves a point guard who they can re-sign. They get a guy in DeAndre Hunter who has good potential still and is on a fair deal. They get a first-round pick unprotected in 2 seconds for Pascal. I personally think this is a very realistic trade. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Is this not realistic?
I don't really love it for the Raps.
I don't. Yeah, I don't love it for the Raptors.
There's way too.
There's
Scotty,
1 first-round pick, and it's in
DeAndre,
5
OG.
years, 6 years.
And if I want to rebuild around Scotty, then I don't want Murray.
Well, if you do this trade, you're not rebuilding. You're still a playoff team.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't want – like, if I'm going to get a first-round pick, the only first-round pick I'm getting is in 6 years, where by that point, none of the core is going to be on my team anymore.
Also, the Raptors don't own
Except
their
for maybe
pick this
Scotty.
year.
Except for maybe Scotty, nobody – like, getting a first-round pick in 2029, their core is not going to be there. They're going to be a completely different team by that point. I guess they could maybe flip it for somebody else if they wanted to, but I don't love it for the Raptors.
Yeah, that's what Thomas Perry says. I don't like it either. We would need to re-sign Murray. Plus, yeah, not stoked in Murray.
Somebody would come off. One of DeAndre, OG, and Scotty would come off the bench.
It'd be DeAndre.
Yeah.
No, they would start all 3 of those guys. The starting lineup would be Scotty, Gary Trent, DeAndre Hunter, OG, and then Jakob Poeltl.
Wait, what?
DeAndre Hunter,
Yeah.
or OG could play power forward. DeAndre Hunter plays power forward sometimes.
Oh, so you're but
So I'm saying you run Gary Trent,
Yeah.
Scotty, OG. Oh wait, well DeJounte's gonna have to start. Yeah, I'm sorry.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Gary, you would make Gary Trent out of all of them your 6th man because he's played that role before. So it'd be DeJounte Murray, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, DeAndre Hunter, Jakob Poeltl, Gary Trent Jr. as the 6th man. Then you got Otto Porter, Chris Boucher, Thad Young, Precious Achua.
Seems
No,
like
okay,
a pretty
Flynn.
redundant roster still.
Yeah.
I just
They
don't see who would it then.
That's
Would
not
you want
horrible.
DeAndre taken out for Bogdan? Do you want? I just
Sure.
don't. Do you think that's the better option?
I'd take Sadiq. I'd take
We won't-
Bogdan.
Sadiq's also, I believe, is Sadiq still a free agent or no? He's a free agent next year, right?
I
think
believe
next
he's a
year.
free agent next year.
What about if you switch out Bogdan for Hunter and they throw in like
That is true. It'd probably be a 3-team trade, and Hunter would go elsewhere. And
the only
Raps
other
would get
team
something
I could see
from
Hunter
that
going
team.
elsewhere to is like the Spurs, where the Spurs would be like, "Oh, Hunter, you fit what we need," and you send him there, and then
Here's Doug.
Yeah, Doug
Doug
would be.
and Devontae Graham.
I guess you would. So let's redo this trade. It doesn't work because they would take on 15 million more in salary than they would be giving up. So
Oh, you
would
can take Doug out of that if I'm getting Bogdan. But then for the Spurs, then you're pretty much just trading. They got a steal in that scenario.
That's what I'm saying.
Trading
Yeah, this would
Devontae Graham for DeAndre Hunter.
Like at this point, you would think that maybe the Spurs would go, okay, here's Atlanta's first in 2025.
The Rockets hop in this trade and give me a shooter.
I just don't think like right here, if you're moving DeAndre Hunter, I guess maybe you send Doug McDermott and Devontae Graham, and now this trade looks like this.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Hawks just get out like bandits in this trade.
They do get out like bandits, but now
nobody would agree to this.
Yeah.
Nobody would agree to this. The
But
Hawks
we just-
the Hawks just win.
Oh no, I think everyone wins except the Raptors because the Spurs are like, bye Devontae Graham, bye Doug McDermott.
The Spurs only get DeAndre Hunter. They give up a first round pick
for DeAndre Hunter and to move off of negative contracts. They have to give up the first round pick because they get off of Devontae Graham's
so they
money.
win by subtraction, but they don't win. They don't add any meaningful. Like DeAndre Hunter isn't a meaningful player.
But imagine a lineup. Imagine a lineup. You make Devin Vassell your point guard. Okay, you have Keldon Johnson, DeAndre Hunter, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama. That is some fucking size.
Yeah, that's a lot of size. I mean, DeAndre Hunter doesn't. I don't really know. I don't really think he's what the Spurs. I don't think he's what they need, man. I guess they would move Devin Vassell to point guard, man. I guess. Obviously the fucking Raptors lose. Like, at least they get picks, but like the Hawks obviously fucking win this trade. So like this would never happen.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
it's like it's like that South Park clip of the fucking dude at the fucking Margaritaville thing where he's like, yeah, no.
Okay, Thomas Perry. I thought we were being ridiculous, but Siakam's not going for Scoot Henderson. Simons and a pick or two. Call it a day. If they did that, that would be the greatest highway robbery. And
to be fair,
that would be the Herschel Walker trade.
To be fair, Siakam does have more All-NBA teams than Scoot. Just saying.
Do you guys hear?
What?
Did you guys just hear like a British guy start talking?
No.
What?
Okay, a British guy just started talking in my ear.
Oh, that's probably the video.
Yeah. Okay, so Paul George is considered too expensive for the Knicks. Why? What the fuck are they asking? I would just be like, here is RJ Barrett. All right. You can have RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, and Emmanuel Quickly, and 3 first-round picks.
Holy shit, dude.
That's a lot.
Gotta take that trade.
Huh?
You have to take that trade if you're the Clippers.
I feel like that's a decent trade on all parties.
I mean, it all depends on whether Paul George can stay healthy. But
if Paul George stays healthy, then it's a good trade.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad trade. It's a lot, but it's Paul George that we're talking about. So, like,
that's what I'm saying. Because Paul George, Evan Fournier is a negative trade asset. So you say we give you Emmanuel Quickly to make up for taking on Evan Fournier. Okay. And then we include 3 first-round picks. Like, and the thing is, the best part about their first-round picks is they can send them the one that they hold the rights to swap with the Thunder. And then they can send them ones down the road in 2030 and 29 because it's not like the Clippers care to draft. And when you look at that trade, they actually have to put on RJ Barrett, M. Fournier, and Emmanuel Quickly would still be $1.2 million short on the deal. So your assumption would then be, okay, we just send Daquan Jeffries, who's on a unguaranteed deal. And oh, wait, my problem is we have the Clippers taking too much money. So the Clippers actually couldn't do that deal because they'd be taking on too much money, or they would have to trade somebody. So if they were to trade somebody included in this deal, maybe you send them Amir Coffey. And right here, check this out. So you have yourself this deal between the Clippers and Knicks. Paul George, Amir Coffey for 3 first-round picks, 25, 29, 30, for Daquan Jeffries, Emmanuel Quickly, Evan Fournier, and RJ Barrett. It literally says that this deal is so evenly matched that neither team improves by wins, nor do they lose wins. They actually just stay the same.
I mean, like, yeah, the Clippers are getting like pretty, like, they're getting RJ Barrett and Quickly, solid rotational pieces for their team.
Evan Fournier, who has double the amount of threes as Larry Bird.
Yeah, Evan Fournier has made double the amount of threes as Larry
also,
Bird.
I'm an idiot. I had what's their faces send 3 first-round picks by the wrong team.
Clippers.
Yeah, I had the Clippers. So here's
3 firsts. And
yeah, I was stupid. Yeah. I apologize.
Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
You like a 2028 first rounder for the Knicks or something? Yeah, there you go. Now do that.
Booyah. So here we go. My apology, guys. I'm sorry. I was looking at this. I was like, this just looks wrong.
Yeah, now that's better.
Thank you, guys.
There
All right, so
you
right
go.
here. So the Clippers would end up with the 24 pick, 25 pick, and 28. Two of those picks aren't even the Knicks. They're the Detroit and the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they send their own unprotected in 28. So the cool thing is DaQuan Jeffries is a unguaranteed, so they'd immediately waive him. And then Evan Fournier, you could probably open this up and be like, hey, Pistons, you guys are dumb. You like taking on contracts for second-round picks, so take on Evan Fournier. Or like call up the team like, I believe another team that has cap space. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I think the Hornets.
like Washington or something.
Yeah.
Any of the teams
Like,
you
hey,
like, 'cause they're all
Washington.
rebuilding.
Hey, hey, Washington, you guys are fucking stupid. You guys are rebuilding. How about we give you a pick and Evan Fournier?
Is this a realistic trade or no? Do you think the Clipper? Who says no in this deal?
Well, I think it's very realistic, especially because that Bucks pick will be number 1 overall with Giannis in Chicago. But
yeah, really?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So another thing going for the Clippers would be AD would be in Chicago as well, so they'd own LA for several seasons. But I think like what's difficult with a Paul George trade is it would probably be a 3-team trade, and I feel like 3-team trades are just kind of difficult too.
Well, if you can entice the team, because I think the 3-team trade would be for Evan Fournier.
Yeah. So now they have Evan Fournier, Norman Powell, Marcus Morris.
Evan Fournier is gone. He will not be a Clipper if this trade goes through. They're going to move on from him, or at least attempt to.
Yeah.
What if you do this? What if you do this?
Ooh, Gordon Hayward.
Ugh.
Just get them all in here. Does Kawhi Leonard ask for out?
Look at this. Look at this. No, look at this. You trade Marcus Morris and Evan Fournier to the Clippers, okay? And the Clippers get themselves an additional first-round pick.
Wait, are the Hornets not going to get anything for taking on those terrible contracts?
Well, they trade away a terrible contract.
They take
first though.
Yeah, but then I guess they're just taking 2 terrible contracts for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Doesn't
one's
make much
expired.
sense for them.
Marcus
Maybe if
Morris
they get
is
Amir
expiring.
Coffey, give them like Terrence Mann and see if they take it.
Yeah, supposedly the Clippers actually get worse by getting themselves Gordon Hayward.
Wow.
All right, but realistically, let's say, and then the Clippers give them a second-round pick and the Knicks give them a second-round pick for taking on contracts, and then they'll dish out
LaMelo Ball.
Who'd you say?
Terrence Mann?
No, but I'm trying to find
Terrence Mann.
I'm trying to find a contract that they could send, maybe Terry Rozier, and this way they don't have to trade for Brogdon.
Oh.
So Hornets walk away with Evan Fournier, Marcus Morris, 2 second-round picks. Clippers walk away with R.J. Barrett, Terry Rozier, Emmanuel Quickley, DaQuan Jeffries, and 4 first-round picks. Knicks walk away with Paul George and Amir Coffey. That's actually not bad. The Hornets actually get better defensively. Every team wins here because no one actually got better. Everyone stayed the same. Nobody improves and wins.
Everybody wins, so therefore nobody wins.
Yeah, isn't this what a compromise is?
Yeah, I like this trade.
This is actually a very fair trade.
This isn't a bad trade.
The league would be cool if this trade happened.
Yeah, they wouldn't give a shit.
Paul George was a Knick. That would be very cool.
Because this way, the Hornets have Gordon Hayward expiring, but they move off of Terry Rozier's money. Then they get to rebuild Evan Fournier, and he'll be an expiring next year that you could probably trade. You got Marcus Morris as an expiring. You get yourself 2 second-round picks for moving off of Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
And taking on Evan Fournier.
That's not bad.
No.
And that kind of helps the Hornets out, to be a playoff team. This is actually a realistic trade for all parties involved.
Yeah.
The
Clippers walk away with
Paul George. And they have a bunch of picks that they can then trade for another star because the Clippers don't like to draft. And
they have salaries that R.J. Barrett and Terry Rozier to match.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you don't have to trade for Malcolm Brogdon now because you got Terry Rozier.
Yeah, and now the Clippers can just do what they do best, which is spend all their draft picks to getting a star player that never actually suits up for them most of the time.
Cordy,
it'll
that
work
clutch
out.
ball handler. Cordy says Clippers need clutch time ball handlers similar to the Celtics. Terry Rozier.
So it's not bad. And the Knicks get Paul George, which obviously makes them
and get Amir Coffey to replace.
Yeah, I
the
mean, Amir
depth.
Coffey probably won't play a big
Colby?
role, but like Paul George is a good. Paul George is obviously, it's Paul George. The Knicks would love to have a guy like that. The Clippers get to trade for Jaylen Brown after this season with all these picks, and then Jaylen Brown gets to get hurt and never play for the Clippers because that's what happens to the stars who play for them. And then the Hornets win. So yeah,
I think
What's your thoughts, Jackson?
I would only just change the Hornets to like a 2nd-round pick.
1 second-round pick.
No, that they dish out. I don't really know why.
like
they
that
should be
20
dishing
that
out.
2030 round one. He's
A
saying you
first,
should take that
yeah.
out.
I just don't know why
Also,
I
like-
need to give up a first. Like, it's not like Terry Rozier's a bad player.
Yeah, and it's also
So-
like, even though that first round pick is in like 2030, so like the Hornets probably don't give a shit about that. But yeah, maybe a
It's a long
2nd round
time,
pick
yeah.
instead.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But
The
other than
conversation-
that, simple trade.
Realistic.
Trade like realistic, actually, believe it or not, out of all the fucking around that we do in this trade machine thing, this is like probably the most realistic one that we've had.
I also
that,
don't
like-
get why the ESPN trade machine is more popular than this trade machine.
Yeah,
'cause
this trade
one's-
machine's way better.
That is very true.
It's way better than the ESPN
gives you
trade
picks
machine.
and it gives
Yeah.
you like the improvement of the wins and ratings and the minutes
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, this one's way better.
Yeah, thank you. I found this one and I was like, dude, why don't more people use this? Everyone uses ESPNs. I'm like, you can't. This one also automatically applies trade exceptions if they're applicable.
Oh, cool.
So, guys, we have like 8 people watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying. Be a friend, tell a friend. Now over here, who is this? Is this
Really
Thomas
hot
Bryant?
Try it.
Might be.
TB. No, it's
Oh.
not. He's a forward slot. He's a forward or a center.
Paul Reed. Okay, so he's either in the
He's a 6'7". He's a 6'7" forward who is 43 or 42, and he's in the Eastern Conference.
It's
Who the
not
fuck
Blake
wears
Griffin.
42 or
Oh.
43? Yeah, it's not Blake. No.
that was a good guess.
Yeah, it's just the number.
Would they count Robin? Oh, that's not Robin. it's a buck.
Okay, 6'7". 6'7" forward. Who's a 6'7"
He's
forward?
6'7", okay. Looks like
So he's in the Central.
Troy Brown Jr. is not in the Central.
Does Troy Brown Jr. wear 42? Or
No. That's a good guess.
okay, so this guy has to wear. It'd be really nice if we could get the age. That would be really helpful.
All right, so he is 6'7". He's not for Chicago. He's
None of
either
the
Bucks,
ages are yellow or green so
Bucks,
far, right? Ciro?
Pacers.
Piston.
None of the ages are green or yellow so far, right? Scroll back up. Okay,
He's
so yeah.
6'7".
So he's like an older guy. He's like 30.
So he's either on the Bucks, Pistons.
That's not Jetty Osman, right?
No, Jetty Osmond's also not
Cavs.
like 30. He's got to be like a 30-year-old.
But he is
What
older
number?
than 26. No.
What number does
The Pistons. It's the guy on the Pistons.
Who's
Pistons, Bucks.
Who the fuck wears 42 for the Pistons? I don't know why I'm thinking in numbers. I suck at numbers. Motherfucker, this is hard, dude. This guy is hard. Oh! He's 6'7". That's all we know. And you said he's in the Central. Oh, fuck.
Either
All right.
a Piston or a.
It's a Piston or a Buck, man.
We have 2 guesses left.
We gotta really sit here and think about this. Is like, dude, we usually get this before like the 4th guess.
Looks like Sadiq Bey.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gotta be an older guy.
Yeah,
It's not Sadiq.
damn, bro. Who's an older guy that plays for the fucking Pistons?
I'm trying to think.
Is it feels like
Isaiah Jackson.
Fuck! Oh my god!
I know.
is it Myers
on me.
Leonard?
It's not Myers Leonard. yeah,
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
We already tried Paul Reed, and he's in the Central anyway, so that wouldn't work. Motherfucker!
I know Sadiq Bey.
I'm like trying to think.
I'm just trying to think of who for the Bucks this would be.
It's just so hard.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Damn it! If
Better not
only
be
it was
a
like if only if it
starter.
was like a bald guy with like a headband or something, it would be Bobby Portis.
Or Brooke Lopez.
Yeah, or
he's
Brook
not bald.
Lopez. He's not bald, but it's like Brook Lopez ain't set. Bobby Portis isn't even 6'7", so that doesn't.
Would it
even
be
work.
Karis LeVert?
Is he a forward? Try it.
Well,
Try
no,
it.
no, that's Cavaliers.
No,
No,
it's
it's a
Cavs. We already. No, never mind. Fuck, motherfucker.
Josh Jackson?
He's not
Is
in
he
the NBA.
still?
Oh my god, who the fuck is this?
I don't know, man. I'm confused.
I'm so confused.
What's that guy with the long last name like Papadios on the Bucks?
Who? Sandro?
I don't know.
Mama Kuliovic?
Yeah, something like that.
He's on the Spurs now.
Oh.
Fucking Torrey Craig last played for the Suns, right?
No, that's
The Buck
not.
player.
That's not it.
Yeah, I was like Torrey Craig last played for the Suns, so he can't be it. But he is old enough; he would fit this in terms
Bucks
of
player.
age.
I don't think he
I
wears that
know.
number. Should we let's just name the Bucks' entire roster?
Chris Middleton, Marjon Beauchamp, Bobby
How long?
Portis, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Yeah, it's 4,
Jay Crowder.
5.
Check the
Grayson
silhouette
Allen.
again. Check the silhouette again.
His number is near 42.
It's 42 or 43. That's not Jay Crowder.
Is that an Antetokounmpo?
Is that Thanasis?
It's the
What
Nasus.
if it's Giannis?
It's the Nasus. It's the Nasus.
Of course it's fucking him. Of course it's fucking him.
It's fucking
bro.
Thanasis,
Oh
dude.
my god. We never think of him when we think of Bucks players because he never fucking plays.
He used to play.
Oh, Thanasis. Of course it's Thanasis.
How does he have a
Oh my
job in the
God.
NBA?
Because he's Giannis's brother.
Yeah, he's his brother.
He was the best of the Antetokounmpo brothers, not named Giannis too. So like,
Giannis had to win MVP twice before you get his brother on the team.
yeah.
He's 30.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, Giannis only won MVP once when he got his brother on the team.
Okay. Yeah, because the Knicks
but look
gave
at
him a
this
chance.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
the Knicks gave him a
like,
chance, and then the Knicks were like, "You're bad after 2 games."
When did this
And
Happened to
there's-
Alex.
There's Alex Antetokounmpo who plays for Wisconsin. Was he even drafted? No, he went out undrafted.
No, he
he was
went
like a
undrafted.
5-star recruit. You remember that?
Yeah, but then he went to go to Spain instead of
Yeah,
playing
he
high
went to
school
Spain
ball.
and he was ass in Spain.
Yeah, fucking. And then the other brother went
Kostas?
to Dayton. He went to Dayton, and then I don't remember what happened to him.
He was actually drafted though.
Oh,
like
I
the
think he was a
60th
Bull.
pick. He was like the 60th pick or something.
Yeah, he was the last pick of the draft.
Yeah,
And he's been
And
playing for
then
like
he,
Fenerbahce.
Yeah, Bulls
Palatinkas.
legend.
yeah, Panathinaikos. So
And then Francis is the soccer player.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he was a soccer player. Yeah, because he's the shortest. Like, look at
firstborn.
this. Look at dude. Imagine
Yeah,
being the
that
oldest.
sucks.
Francis is the oldest.
Oh. Damn.
the one
Yeah.
non-basketball guy.
He's
All
still
right, well, that
probably,
was
like,
that was
6'3".
fucking tough. That was fucking tough.
All right, boys, I gotta go.
Took us a while to get the Nasus.
Be a friend, tell a friend. If you guys did enjoy today's show, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be in Las Vegas. So
Hey. Nice.
Hey,
Safe travels.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Friday. Wow.
peace
Yeah.
out, yeah.
All right,
peace out, boys. See ya.